Hey, good evening. Hola. Boa noite. Carl Munson here with the Portugal Pillow Talk podcast. And I I'm not really whispering, am I, into the phone? But Mrs. M's next. I was hoping to catch her snoring for this episode too. But my starting of the podcast has woken her up, and she might join me, she might not.
Hello.
She might hate me.
I think that's funny.
Good evening to you, Rod. And we're doing this live, Rod, which is our journal of the life and times of the coronavirus, the COVID diaries, I suppose, of a family living in Portugal, and taking it a day at a time and adjusting to the new. It's not a new world order, is it? That's so ominous.
Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
To a new way of being in the world. And the title tonight is Mandarins, Mum Wins, and Marketing Your Home-Based Biz.
Can I just clarify that you said mum wins and not mum wins?
Mum wins, as in eating too many of those tins of beans we've got stored up in the larder. Yeah. You can talk about mum wind if you want. You could even demonstrate.
No, mum wins.
Mum wins, as in victories that mothers have with their children.
I thought that's what you actually meant with the title.
I don't think anyone wants. There probably is a specialist website where you can find out more about mum wins and the breaking therereof. But there's not territory we need to go into tonight.
No, maybe not tonight.
But okay, maybe another time then. So should we start with mandarins? When we came to Portugal, we were quite shocked, weren't we, to see so many oranges or citrus fruits on the ground. And really, that's because they're like acorns here, aren't they? Like in England, we don't bother about conkers or acorns still on the ground, do we?
Yeah.
And other people might think that's a terrible waste. You know, people who ground acorns into coffee or whatever in some parts of the world would think it's a crime how many acorns we leave on the floor. And similarly, we had a culture shock, didn't we, of citrus fruit being on the ground. But we're not like that anymore, are we?
No. And I tell you what's absolutely delightful right now. Our mandarin tree is like burdened with beautiful fruit hanging from it. But as you walk into the back garden, there's this beautiful perfume smell. Have you noticed?
I haven't noticed that. I thought you were going to say that we're getting towards the end of the crop. And the satsumas, mandarins, tangerines, clementines, whatever they're called, and somebody might be able to help us with that, the different subspecies of citrus fruit. But I thought you were going to talk about how they're getting dry and, you know, how we've taken a new approach. But yeah, that's something we can't really convey very well on the podcast, is it?
No,
but the aroma, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I went out into the garden around about 3:00 this afternoon to get some beautiful fruit from the tree. There was this really lovely smell.
It wasn't mum wind.
No, it wasn't mum wind. And I looked around to see if there was any washing hanging up somewhere, because it could have been kind of like a...
Oh, yeah. Persil. Yeah. Citrus essential oil.
Yeah, but as I was picking fruit off the tree, it became really obvious that it was just the next load of blossom coming in.
Beautiful. And so we can look forward to a crop. Does it crop twice, that tree? So this is how...
Once a year.
Is it just once a year? Yeah. We're rookies, aren't we, of the Portuguese? It's all right. This one podcast won't take too long. I won't keep you up too. Sorry. Am I keeping you up? Sorry, I woke you up, didn't I?
Yeah.
But, okay, should we rattle through it? That's the mandarin bit done. Actually, it's not, because one of your mum wins tonight was the sectioning of the citrus, now that it is getting a bit dry. They're not the nicest fruit to eat because they've got a lot of pips. And then as the season goes on, they become dry, don't they?
Yeah.
You get that kind of thing that probably everyone's had at some point, where you open up a mandarin and it's not very moist or juicy anymore. It's quite dry, and it's like, you're just getting a vitamin C benefit and probably nothing else. But what you did was you dehydrated them.
Yeah. So, we picked quite a lot, and just peeled them. I tried a couple of them sliced, to reveal the beautiful citrus wheel shape. Mm-hmm. So I did a couple with the actual peel on, but those mandarins are such easy peelers that that it really didn't work. So I took the skins off of a few, sliced them up, popped them in the oven, and our 8-year-old would have eaten a lot if we'd given him the chance to.
He loved them, didn't he?
Yeah, he thought they were great.
Because he complained about my potato peeling thing that we talked about last night. It wasn't burnt enough, but this slight charring of your orange sections, he really liked, didn't he?
Yes.
That's probably over exaggerating it.
Yeah.
So mum win number 1. Mum win number 2 is the continuing saga of energy balls, which, contrary to popular belief, is not the nickname you give me, but is a way of getting nutrition and vitamin C into the children, right?
Yeah.
And also pictured the orange sections, dehydrated, and the energy balls are on the cover of this podcast. That's what those things are there. And actually, it's not an over flattering photograph. They look like that, don't they, in real life?
No, your photos are really good usually.
Thanks. Is that not a good photo, do you think?
I wouldn't have recognised it. It looks like 2 flowers.
Oh, really? And maybe a piece of dung that a scarab beetle has rolled into the shot.
That's the energy ball.
Okay, well, they are much tastier than they sound. I mean, if that's the case. What's your recipe on this particular? It's never the same twice a day.
No, it changed today. Just because I couldn't be bothered to go to the larder to get some more coconut oil.
That's where we've got to, everyone.
Yeah. So today I just made a load of dry formula. So
dry. It's even more unappetizing. Mama, give me more of that dry formula.
No, I made up a load of the mix, the seed mix and the nut mix, so that we can just mix it in and make more balls quite easily. So I've put some of that aside. So I mixed in like the dry formula, which is, hang on, I'll just tell you what I had in there: chia seeds, quinoa, sunflower seeds, quite a lot of linseeds, oats, coconut flakes and stuff like that.
Lots.
Yeah, a few nuts in there as well. And then I mixed it with, so say about 8 or 9 tablespoons of that mixture with a big tablespoon of jam today. Went for jam. Really nice berry jam with, what was that nut butter I put in?
Don't know. But if there are any insomniacs listening, this ingredient list is quite long, isn't it? This should help. As well as counting sheep, you could go through the ingredients of these energy balls.
It's about 12 ingredients today.
And there's an irony. They're energy balls, but actually listening to how they're made makes you go to sleep. All right. But mandarins, mum wins, and people think, I'm terribly rude to you. Wake you up and then give you a hard time.
I know. It's hard life.
Last thing then for tonight, because it is late. Bloody hell, midnight.
I know, that's why I'm struggling.
Okay, all right. Let's draw the COVID diary to a close then. And
you made a planter.
Diary. I made a planter, because we need to get a lot of food grown. So I improvised on some old plastic thing. I don't know what it was.
We have no idea what that plastic thing is, do we?
No. If ever anyone comes to asking where the plastic thing is, I sliced it down the circular saw today, and I made a planter out of it. So if it's been repurposed, I think is the phrase that's used. But the really big news today is marketing your home biz. Should we get that yawn on tape?
Sorry.
Let's try and make this last bit exciting. People stuck at home, people needing to make money, came up with the idea today. One of my day jobs, it's funny, isn't it? Some people say that's my day job. I've got a few day jobs at the moment. OurNet, a community-focused social network, decided to extend my interviews of people into a networking session. We had a wonderful Sandra Deakin on this morning talking about uplift in chaotic times, which sounds like a jogging bra, doesn't it, in a marathon? Uplift in chaotic times.
Yeah.
But far from it. It was great talking to her. I had my pal from Lisbon, Rajesh, on there as well. And our idea is to extend it. You get a speaker on, and Sandra was fantastic. Bit of a presentation, bit of a Q&A, open it out to the floor, people on Zoom, and then everyone else can pitch their business ideas about how they want to make a living and how they're doing that online. Sorry, Mrs. M's going back to sleep now. Night. See you in the morning. If you want to come on and join us for that, just check it out on... I've put a link to it on carlmunson.com if you go to there. And these are the times, I think, where we've got to help each other with our business that we're doing from home. And people who don't do that so much perhaps need to consider working from home and making money from home and running their business in such a way that it can be delivered digitally. And I just wanted to conclude by saying I'm delighted to help anyone who wants to do that. Getting a lot of experience in live streaming, doing the Good Morning Portugal live streams in the morning, facilitating groups online. And I'm going to do a variety show online soon as well. And just talk to a storyteller today, talking to musicians about how to perform online and do gigs online. So I'm really excited about that. And so that's the return of the live stream and podcast gym as well. So if you need any help with that, just let me know. But it looks like if I keep going, I'm going to wake Louisa up again.
It's okay.
Well, did you want to say anything before we conclude?
I just
go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm so tired. There was something else we were going to talk about. Mum wins, Mandarin. What was it?
Sin Bin, Errol Flynn.
I feel a bit delirious.
I know. Let's leave it there, shall we?
Okay.
Because otherwise, people are going to report me for torturing you live on a podcast.
Yeah.
So, boa noite, everybody. Boa noite. Boa sorte. Saúde. And we'll see you soon. And check
delivery people. I'd like to talk about delivery people, but maybe let's do it tomorrow.
How to manage germ transmission when deliveries are made. DHL bloke just threw the thing at me. He didn't want to touch me today. He was out of here.
I really wanted to talk more about how overwhelmed I was at the reception I got from the young lady who delivered to us.
Oh, okay. All right.
She was really nice. But let's
carry that
tomorrow.
forward then tomorrow about having things delivered and the postal service and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Sleep well.